you actually know what's in your toothpaste? Not a lot of people do. Well, welcome to the Anousta Toothpaste corner. Happens to be the soap corner as well, but no, we don't ask you to clean your teeth with soap. We spend quite a lot of time explaining to people some of the reasons that they might have sore mouths, swollen tongues, things that don't feel, that their mouth doesn't feel quite right, or they have ulcers, non-stop mouth ulcers, and that's miserable, absolutely miserable. And I'm just going to point out a couple of things which you can see for yourself if you look in the shops. The toothpaste from a very well-known brand. This happens to be an American packet, but if you look on the back, if you read for yourself, it will say, and we've highlighted it here, if more than used for brushing is accidentally swallowed, please contact a medical control centre or a poisons unit. And most people don't read that. What's the first thing you do when you buy toothpaste? You get that and you bin the actual cover. So most of the toothpastes have got ingredients in them that you perhaps wouldn't want to put in your mouth if you really knew what they were. Won't go into that for too long, just to say that the thing that makes it foam in your mouth is shampoo. It is sodium lauryl sulphate. It's not my shampoo because I make a far better one than that. But sodium lauryl sulphate is the basis of most shampoos, and that's what makes your mouth foam. So if ever your grandmother says to you, as mine did to me, if you swear I shall wash your mouth out with soap, she needn't have bothered, because I was already doing it. So the foaming comes from shampoo. Then they might have an ingredient in it called Triclosan. Look it up on the internet or Google it, and you won't want to put that in your mouth. It's not very nice at all. Fluoride, we don't have time to talk about fluoride here. I know the country's divided. Some are pro-fluoride, some are not for fluoride at all. Personally, I'm not, but then you have to do your own research and decide what you actually do think about fluoride. I think it's a nightmare. But that is another ingredient. So there's about 4 ingredients in the average toothpaste that you might be using all the time and not understanding perhaps why you've got a mouth that doesn't feel particularly comfortable, or you've got mouth ulcers. So, having had a shed load of problems myself with dental issues in my 40s, my dental hygienist said to me, would I make toothpaste? And I said, well, I know how to, I just haven't. And she said, well, make it for us and give me a few pots and we'll give them to some of our trickiest patients, and have got loads of problems, and we'll see what happens and what the result is. So I did. And all their mouth ulcers went away, and they got very cross with the dentist, and she got the sack. So there's quite a story behind the toothpaste. I make 3 different sorts. This is mandarin, clues in the label, colouring. Mandarin is loved by those that do not like peppermint or who are on homeopathy. So it tends to be those two sorts of people who are on homeopathy, because of course peppermint counteracts homeopathy. Or who just simply don't like peppermint. So that is one. This is the most popular one. This is the toothpaste no salt. So it's a standard toothpaste. There is no salt added to this one, whereas this one is the toothpaste with salt. It isn't just a simple fact that this has salt and this does not. The mix is different on this. It's slightly more abrasive, so it's better for people with stains, for coffee stains, tea stains, red wine stains, that sort of thing, as well as the people who've got lots of mouth ulcers. So we do say to people, if that's your situation, then that's the with salt. It's a flatter taste. The salt makes the peppermint a bit flatter, whereas this one, no salt, tastes a bit sweeter. You simply take your toothbrush, marvellous, and you just dip it, a dry toothbrush, you just dip it into the paste. Clean your teeth. If you think it's really nice and you'd like some more, rinse your toothbrush, shake it dry and go back in and pick up a bit more. You don't need very much. A jar of the toothpaste will last you twice as long as any tube of toothpaste at least. Some people have made the jars last 3 or 4 months, and we recycle the jars. So if you are local and if you come back into the shop, we give you some money back for the jars. Very quickly, I'll talk about the toothbrushes. These are exceptional, and they have actually saved quite a bad dental situation for me. They come from the States. They're called the blotting brush. They come in 4 different colours. There's a blue one as well, green there. They have this little thing on called a maintainer. It's like a house for the toothbrush. Every toothbrush, no matter who it's made by, should be changed about every 8 weeks without fail. But this keeps it clean, and dry, and there are little holes which you may or may not be able to see, so if the brush is wet it can drain out. Now we're going to borrow Fred's teeth for a minute, which my nephew broke, et voila. And if I just take one set like this, we'll pretend this is the bottom set. This blotting brush is not one that you do this with or this with. This is just redistributing the plaque. You blot. There are plenty of videos online about this, but you blot. And you blot, if this is the lower set of teeth, at an angle. So you're blotting the tooth and the gum area where most of the bacteria is. You're blotting or tapping it, whichever word you prefer. They call it the blotting brush. And when you're using it on the inside of the mouth, you don't splay it like that. You just use the heel of the brush onto the inside. Likewise on the top teeth, you are going to angle the brush slightly, just slightly up, so it's going up into the gum line, and you go all the way around, blotting, tapping. You can rinse your brush, you can suck on the brush and spit out. You cannot see it, but the fibres are hollow. So not only does the plaque is drawn off the teeth and go between the fibres, it's actually going into the fibres as well. So it's very effective at pulling the plaque off, and hence taking the dirt, the sugars, the bacteria away from your teeth. Particularly effective brush. So you're blotting all the way round, and of course on the inside of the teeth. Difficult to show with half a mouth, but you get the general idea. It's quite useful to have the little cover, because if you've ever come down to use the bathroom, or you've gone into the bathroom in the wee small hours and you found a nice big fat blue bottle sitting on your brush cleaning its back legs, you don't really want to use the toothbrush again. So it's pretty useful to keep that covered, and after about 8 weeks that's done. Recycle, use another one. These are £3.50 each, and we do bundles of 5 brushes for £15, so you save a little bit of money and you've got brushes for about 10 months worth. So we recommend the blotting brush. They really do work. There's plenty to see online about it, and the 3 toothpastes are the with salt, the no salt, and the mandarin. Thanks for your time. Bye.